What up, peeps? Welcome back to the flip side. I had to take last week off because I was super busy and there are a lot of bad things going on, but I'm finally ready to bring you guys my Mega Man 3 review. We're back on the review series. Now, this is the theme that is supposed to play during the title theme, and, whoa, wrong tab. Here we go. And there's supposed to be probably a cutscene, in this game. But let's get to the gameplay here. But there's just cutscene and then there's music. Now, let's get into the review. Mega Man 3 is a game that took another big step in the series. We got introduced to Rush, who is Mega Man's robot dog. We got introduced to Proto Man, who is the robot that came before Mega Man, and Mega Man's brother. So, let's just say Mega Man 3 is an incomplete game. Alright, there's supposed to be cutscenes, there's supposed to be more expedition, right? Like, there's a story that's supposed to be told, and there is one on the box cover when you bought the game when you were a kid back in the 90s, or I think it was 80s, whenever this game was made. But you would have no idea that we're going to different planets, that there's this big robot project Gamma that Wily and Dr. Light are working on together. The story is apparently Dr. Wily supposedly put his evil ways behind him and wanted to repay his debt to the world, so him and Dr. Light teamed up and were working on a super duper robot. It was this big mech that was gonna save the world in times of crisis, and they built robot masters to go to different planets to collect this energy or whatever. But guess what? It was a scheme set by Dr. Wily. So anyway, once again, this game is incomplete. And another way to be able to tell that is there are moments where you're playing and then it just lags. Like it just gets really slow. Like somewhere in Sparkman's stage where, you're jumping over these piles of trash and the trash comes down. Are you kidding me? Get the hell out of here. Alright, we're back. So anyway, there's these piles of trash that are coming down out of the chutes, and they just cause the game to lag. Simple stuff like that. But here's some good stuff. Once again, Mega Man 3 just has a host of cool robot masters. Shadow Man, Snake Man, Magnet Man, Gemini Man. Bunch of cool ones. And the music is really good too. Another great soundtrack. The level design, it's harder than Mega Man 2, but it's not super hard. And it's fun. It's fun level design. Here's Proto Man. That's all he does. He mysteriously just comes out of nowhere. You have no idea if he's with you or against you, because he also comes down and opens up holes you're supposed to jump to get through the level. So, that adds to part of the mystery. Alright, so after you get through the Robot Master levels, apparently Capcom was like, there's not enough. Let's put 4 more levels, which are just harder remixes. I want to turn the freaking quality up on this. This is an old video, but man, hold on. I don't like this. I'm sorry. All right, we're back. I didn't like that video quality at all. Let's get back to a better one. Here we go. And we're at Sparkman stage, my favorite theme in the game. But they said, let's add more levels. They're just harder remixes of Sparkman, Shadowman, Needleman, and Gemini Man's level. Gemini Man's level is fucking unbelievably aggravating. And then halfway through, you face the Doc Robot, which is an evil robot that copies the abilities of Mega Man 2 Robot Masters. So, at some point in Sparkman's stage, you'll face a Doc Robot that acts like Metal Man. And you're just like doing Robot Master refights from Mega Man 2, and they're harder. They're not even the same difficulty. They're much harder. And you don't really know the weakness, because, you know, back then Metal Man was weak to the quick boomerang, and it's like, I don't even know, like, what the hell the weakness is, and meanwhile you're getting beat the hell out of. So, anyway, and then you finish the level, and then you gotta fight another Doc Robot. And you repeat this process 3 more times until you get to the Dr. Wily levels. Now, the Dr. Wily levels are actually easy. They're just easy. The bosses are easy too, and you kind of just blow by the castle. Now, you click on the Wily Castle levels, and there's a Wily Castle jingle that plays, but, you know, it cuts off halfway through. Oh, you're in the level. It's like, I wanted to listen to that cool little jingle before the stage. That's a Dr. Wily staple. That's his trademark, his little castle, and then his little evil theme in between stages. And something else about the Dr. Wily stages being easy, they just overload you with E-tanks and lives and health and weapon energy. They're just giving it to you as if there's some sort of challenge. And you know what? If Capcom had finished this game, which it's a known fact this game was rushed, just look it up, that the castle levels probably would have been hard. But alas, they're easy. And, you know, it's the same stuff. Go through the level, face a boss, face the Robot Master refights, fight Dr. Wily, and go through another level where you fight the real final boss. Now, when you get to the final boss, all you have to do is jump up when you get to the second phase, jump on top of Dr. Wily and hit him once with the top spin, and there you go. Talk about anticlimactic, right? So anyway, let's talk about the weapons. We got Top Man, and he gives you the worst weapon, one of the top 3 worst weapons in the entire franchise, which is the top spin. Sometimes you use 1 bar of ammo, sometimes you use all of it in one shot. And you damage yourself when you use it, and it doesn't really do a lot of damage. Its only practical use is against the final Wily fight and Shade Man, because that's, Shadow Man, because that's his weakness. And it's really hard to use against Shadow Man, because that's like the hardest Robot Master in the game. And then you got the Shadow Blade, which is the best weapon in the game. Not only is it really strong, you can shoot it in multiple directions, and it comes back to you. It's like a short metal blade that acts as a boomerang. It does less damage than a metal blade, but that's a good thing. And then you got Sparkman's weapon, I forgot the name of it, but it doesn't do damage. It just freezes robots temporarily. And then you got Magnet Man, who has the magnet missiles. Now, you can use up this ammo pretty quickly. It's a homing missile, basically. But it kind of sucks, because if someone's throwing out a projectile and you shoot out the magnet missile, it shoots the projectile. It shoots at the projectile. And then you got Hard Man, whose weapon is the Hard Knuckle. It's basically you just fire out a fist that does a bunch of damage. A slow flying fist, and you can aim it, you can make it go diagonally up or down a little bit. And then you got Snake Man. His weapon is okay. You can spawn out some snakes that scale the walls. They do alright damage. And then you got Gemini Man, who has this Gemini laser that bounces off the walls. I call it the lag laser, because it literally causes the game to lag. And you can't press the start button or anything else. You can't shoot another one until that laser is done bouncing everywhere and disappears. And then you got Needle Man. His weapon is the Needle Cannon. It's really not that much stronger than the Mega Buster, so don't even bother using it unless you need it for a boss weakness. And then that's it. Another shitty thing about this game is that the robot weaknesses have like 2 separate orders. You got Snake Man, Gemini Man, Needle Man, and then you got Top Man, Shadow Man, Spark Man, Magnet Man, and then Hard Man. And then yeah. So you got two separate orders, which is weird. It's very strange. I don't know why they would do that. But a lot of the Robot Master weaknesses are just underwhelming. They look super cool, they sound cool, they do really cool things, but if they're not lagging the stage or doing mid damage or just being used up in 2 seconds, then they're just worthless. I can get through the whole game. I can get through 90% of the game without using any of these. Alright, so the Robot Masters, we got Snake Man right here. He's pretty cool. He is what he says he is. And then Magnet Man's cool. He shoots, he's right here. We kind of skipped through Magnet Man. But this... Give me a break with these ads! Oh my gosh, dude. Alright, we're back. I can't stand the ads. I really can't. Then we got Magnet Man. He does that. He shoots magnet missiles. He's pretty cool. And then we got Hard Man. He looks like a sumo wrestler, and he can freeze the stage whenever he does that. He does that. He's pretty cool. I don't know why they would call him Hard Man. Shadow Man's really cool. His origin story is that he just crashed down into Earth, and Wily reprogrammed him. We have no idea. My theory is that he's a star droid. Because he's from space, unknown origin. He's got a alien weapon that can give other robots, like, computer viruses or something. I don't remember. Sparkman's cool. Actually, he's kind of lame. He just has, like, little needles that do sparks. Gemini Man's pretty cool. He spawns in 2, which is the only Robot Master to do that. And he shoots the laser. He's really hard. He's actually really hard with the Mega Buster. And then Needle Man, he's pretty cool. He basically just waits for you to attack him. And yeah, and then he attacks. So he's kind of weird. He's got a weird body. I don't understand. So, wrapping this up, we're just gonna go to Wily Stage 1. And so you have this cutscene where Dr. Light is like, oh no, right after we look, right after we received the last element. What the hell are we talking about? The last element of what? What elements? What even are we talking about? Wily with an E ran off with Gamma. What the hell are we talking about? Who's Gamma? Right? This is the kind of things that are missing from this game. There was supposed to be more, but there wasn't. And then here, I'll show you the Wily Castle. It's pretty cool, right? Let's get through this. Right, and then you just jump right into the levels. Right? You're supposed to hear the entire jingle, right? And then you're listening. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Look at the castle. Bloop, you're in the stage. And so immediately you're just showered with life and energy and all kinds of stuff for a very brief Wily Castle, it feels like. There's a few stages. There's enough stages, but just quite a few of them you just breeze by. They're very easy. And then halfway through, this is the same problem with Mega Man 2's Wily Castle. Just halfway through, it's just giving you weapons, and you're going through just rooms with just weird stuff. Like, these next few rooms just have this guy. It's like they ran out of ideas or something. Like, Capcom, you guys always have great ideas, and then execution is great until the end. I don't get it. They released the game. They knew it was unfinished, but they were like, fuck it. But it did well. I suppose it did well and people liked it. I like it. It's fun. But it's got some issues. Alright? One other thing I will talk about is the slide mechanic. That literally just changed the game. It changed how they're gonna do level design and stuff like that. Now that you can slide under projectiles, under jumping things, under platforms. And then the other thing we have is the rush mechanic. You spawn in his little dog. It's Rush Coil, Rush Jet, and then Rush Marine, which you don't even have to use. Rush Marine is basically a little ship that you can use to traverse water and shoot enemies. It's weird. It's only in a couple, maybe a few Mega Man games. And then Rush Coil. Rush comes down, you jump on the coil, you jump really high onto platforms. And then Rush Jet is a little flying skateboard that you can fly around in. Now, in Mega Man 3, Rush was really broken. I should say the Rush Jet was really broken. His energy lasted a while, and you could just... Here, let's go to Magnet Man stage, see if he uses it. Here. I guess, hold on. I wonder if this guy's gonna use the, No, he's not. He's gonna be a tryhard and use the Yoku blocks. But, let's talk about it for a second. So, you can literally go from this point to this point. Hold on. To this point. Multiple screens, like it's 4 screens with the Rush Jet. So that's how broken it is. Alright, so let's get to the final boss and wrap things up. In fact, the rush coil is so... Are you kidding me? What is this jump scare? Holy crap, shut up. Alright, so anyway, I'm not paying for premium, shut up. Anyway, the rush jet is so broken that you can just select it and just literally take down the Wily crawler thing. I don't know the name of it. But yeah, and the game is lagging and flashing. That's one of the problems with this game. It lags and flashes at certain points to where it like interrupts the experience. And it's not something that they continued in the next games. Now, the Game Boy games are a completely different story. Now, let's get to the underwhelming final boss of this game. All you gotta do is do this. Just stay under him and do that. You don't even have to move around. There's a spot where you just have to stand in, jump up, and use the Shadow Blade. Now check this out. What the heck is wrong with this guy's game? All you gotta do is jump up here. Look. Boom. And that's it. Now, one thing I will share before we wrap things up is the ending. Boom. A lot of people... Mega Man survives. And because Proto Man comes in. But a lot of people theorize that Dr. Wily literally died in Mega Man 3. And he's a robot. Because in Mega Man 10, with the Roboenza virus that is infecting robots and making them go haywire, Maverick virus, that Dr. Wily, he also comes down with sickness, and people think that Dr. Wily has Roboenza. But I guess, but he's better in Mega Man 11. He's back to normal. So we don't know. We have no idea. Because Dr. Wily, he's in the hospital, and then he escapes the hospital, and he leaves behind the antidote. But that's really about it for Mega Man 3. Great music, fun stages. That's really about it. Let's get to the tier list. Now, where would I put Mega Man 3? Excuse me a second. Alright, we're back. Where would I put Mega Man 3? You know, I like it. It's much better than Mega Man 1. Now, I would not go to say that Mega Man 3 is better than Mega Man 2 on the same tier. Alright? I would not go to say that Mega Man 3 is better than Mega Man 2. I think they stand on equal footing. Both games introduced new things, changed the game, changed the franchise for the better. Both of them improved tenfold from Mega Man 1. But, you know, for all of the great music, great stages, you know, ideas put on the table, but not properly executed, for being a rushed game, for there being lag, for certain elements like weapons and Wily Castle levels being underwhelming. It doesn't go higher than B. Now, Mega Man 4, on the other hand, we will get to next time. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my review on Mega Man 3. Next time we're going to be doing Mega Man 4, so look forward to that next week. I had videos lined up last week. I really did. It's just there was things going on that I'd rather not discuss. So, with all that said, and without further ado, I will see y'all next time back on the flip side. Peace out.